Can you tell me a little bit what you're making here? It
Sure.
looks delicious.
Today we're doing juices and smoothies. So it's zip and zing juices, and we're doing organic smoothies and slow press juices. So we've got which one's this? Super green smoothie. So this is super greens and broccoli and banana and apple juice kind of smoothie. It's pretty popular. And we do a cacao banana date smoothie, which is like a little bit more kind of like uplifting, and people are sort of wanting something a little bit more healthy. This isn't an alcohol event, so it's something to kind of get the energy up, but in a more kind of holistic way.
And why is it important for us to be interested in nutrients and minerals as people?
Well, I mean, my realization was like, what you put in your body affects how you feel. That's not like a hippie or a spiritual concept. It's pretty fucking logical. So people are starting to realize if they kind of eat the right things, they can feel better in themselves. And it might not be a kind of quick thing like you have a juice and you feel fantastic, but if you kind of if you approach kind of like your body as sort of like your mechanism for feeling kind of good and happy generally, and then you can realize that things like sort of the super greens and the cacao, they're actually properties to these things that are drugs in some senses, but they do perform some function. So you can have cacao and feel kind of quite blissful and have almost like a coffee sort of uplifting thing, but without the sort of jitteriness. People are sort of discovering cacao as a thing and realizing sort of like the benefits of algae, like chlorella and wild green algae and spirulina. They're gaining in popularity. Things that are called laughably sort of superfoods, but superfoods are essentially something that's kind of very high in one or more nutrition or mineral sort of values. So you can have sort of limits to these things, but basically they can make you feel good, and kind of applying it to your sort of life in terms of food and well-being. If you kind of do these things more regularly, you actually feel an effect from them.
And why did you choose Morning Gloryville to hustle your wares, as it were?
Well, I used to come to this quite a few times. I used to sort of help out a little bit. And my friend Anthony runs this business, but it seemed a perfect fit. They basically had there's no alcohol here. There's sometimes coffee, so people do like their coffee. So the only drugs here are kind of coffee and cacao, really. But people are into this. Like more and more people in London and more sort of conscious, healthy people are kind of wanting an alternative. So last time we were at Brixton Beach, which was some sunshine in the morning, and like these were perfect. But people are wanting, I think, to be able to dance in a friendly environment where people aren't off their faces, and actually have something that helps them do that, like uplifts them or sort of wakes them up or sort of makes them feel a little bit more alive. So these sort of things are perfect, and people are just sort of starting to discover them, which is great.
And have you taken part in any of the yoga? I see you've got no glitter.
I don't have glitter. I've managed to, normally I kind of get here early and kind of get that done, but or normally someone comes up and goes, you have to get done. No, normally I would do, but I've been kind of in the dancing or drinking or making drinks.
Have you had a little vegan?
Yeah. Roger Sanchez came on, it was funny because the last time I heard Roger Sanchez, it was like 15 years ago, and I was in Ibiza. Very different time. But yeah, it's nice to see the contrast of then and now.